happens when an employee is asking for the extension of the probation period? One of the HR experts was talking about this in her video, and I was like, what? So I rushed to the comment field. What did I find? That many HR had no idea what to do with this request, and some of them have just straight blank rejected it. So what happens when an employee is not entirely sure how he or she feels about the company yet and just need a little bit more time to make that decision? Or if the person already made the decision and realized, hey, this is not for me, which is the purpose of a probation period, right? So he or she is looking around, exploring other opportunities, and doesn't want the notice period to be increased that comes with the finalizing of your employment. Here's the thing. The why doesn't really matter. What matters is that employers have the right to extend one's probation period, but employees don't have the right to request such a thing. And I find it really unfair with such a simple process. You know, organizations love to say that, oh, this is a two-way process like for the interview, but dare to ask a question that they don't like and you don't get hired. Or dare to request, in this case, an extension of your probation period, and I guarantee you that you will be out the next day. But the fact that HR just rejected it with no valid reason, it says a lot. And I even heard that from companies, oh, probation period is for us to see if we are a fit. Well, that applies to employees as well, right? Not just the one-sided approach. But the question is, do we actually need this horrible probation period? It's not very welcoming, is it? I always called it as the purgatory period. You are not in, not out, in between somewhere. And it always sends a message of, hey, we are happy to have you here, but we don't trust you. So we're just going to keep an eye on you. And if we don't like you, you are out in 3 or 6 months. Netflix got rid of the probation period, and here is why. They pulled the data and they found that out of 10,000 employees, 2 did not pass probation period. Imagine to screen out those 2 people, you put the rest through that horrible process. We spend so much resources on selecting, recruiting, yet we don't trust ourselves and systems enough not to put people through this period. I actually don't know who we trust the least in this process. The new hire, the recruiting team, or the manager who is in charge of the new hire's performance.